Oh my goodness. Interesting news from Apple this week as they have decided, Apple in their infinite wisdom, the $1 trillion company now that Apple is, has decided that they need 2.5% more juice from their app store and their online store. So they are now cutting the commissions that they previously paid to affiliates who promoted Apple's store and sent traffic to them and taught people how to use the apps and educated people about them and informed them of the apps. Way to go, Apple. That's awesome. What a kick in the groin to content creators. Apple, the $1 trillion company, has decided they need that extra they paid 2.5% affiliate commission. If I created a video on how to use a product and I had a link to the Apple store and where people could purchase that product, I would get 2.5% juice on that. And now Apple wants that back. They used to give 7% commission to affiliates because they recognize that it's the content creators creating content for them that helps people make decisions. So they reward them fairly before. Now they've decided not to do it anymore. That's going to be our topic today. Welcome to growing my YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers. This vlog series is documenting the journey as we take our little YouTube channel and try and grow it into a slightly less little YouTube channel and hit 1 million subscribers. I've got a silver play button there for hitting 100,000 subscribers. I would love to grow to 1 million subscribers. So welcome on my journey to 1 million subscribers. I guess today I could really spend the vlog raging about Apple and their high-handed tactics in dealing with content creators. I obviously have an affinity for. But I don't think we should waste our breath on that. Apple it's amazing how some companies that seem to treat people the poorest have the most loyal followings. At least in the case of Apple, that certainly seems to be the case. But let's not waste our breath on Apple. Let's take the lesson that is so important for content creators to take from this news. We content creators are constantly at risk of the fact that we live on rented ground. Almost always we live on rented ground. Think about it for a minute. Apple's able to, a year ago with a stroke of a key, reduce anybody who relied on their affiliate income from 7% to 2.5%. They just did it. And there's no ramifications. It might have cost them a little bit of business, but we'll never know. I mean, heck, they're $1 trillion. It definitely made an impact on the content creators that were relying on that revenue. I can tell you right now, it made an impact on them. And now this week they announced that they're going to cut the program completely because they can. And the reason that they gave is that our store is now so robust and it's so easy to discover great content that we don't need you anymore. Thank you very much, Apple. We don't need you anymore. Okay. But all of the content creators who have now been affected by this have to reinvent their business process. They have to find a new way to replace that revenue. And if it was core revenue, it could be a big challenge for them to replace that revenue. So it's not a good thing for them. It's definitely not a good thing. But let's thank Apple. Instead of raging at Apple, let's thank Apple for reminding us that we content creators live on rented ground and we have to make sure that we put an insurance policy in place that if a company decides to pull off something like Apple's doing right here, that we have a path for recovery. And Apple and affiliate relationships are not the only business that's rented ground. I mean, if you're an Amazon affiliate, if Amazon changed the rules, you could be disenfranchised. But even just the very feed that I'm delivering that you're watching right now, this YouTube feed, this is rented ground. The fact I'm trying to grow to 1 million subscribers, those aren't going to be my subscribers. Those are YouTube's subscribers that they happen to just lend to me for a period of time. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of these channels, all of these platforms are rented ground as far as we are concerned. Because we can be disenfranchised from our community with the stroke of a key. It could be something that is our fault, where we've done something wrong, or it could be something that's not our fault, where somebody makes a mistake, or it could be just a company deciding in their almighty wisdom that they don't need us anymore, and they're happy to just cut us free, and we have no recourse. No recourse. But we can, by following one basic principle, have an insurance policy. And that insurance policy is our mail list. It's old school online marketing, building your mail list, making sure that you are converting people from the YouTube or the Instagram or the Facebook world, and you're giving them a reason to sign up for your mail list so that you have permission to have a relationship with them in the future. And if something happens with our relationship with an Apple or with a Google or with a YouTube or with an Instagram or Facebook, we're still okay. We've got this lesson from time to time in the past. Facebook has reminded us often how little we mean to them. Having said that, every morning when I wake up, my ego tells me to check how many subscribers I have because I like that number and I want to see it grow. I'm not lying. But my business brain, the one that keeps the doors open and the mortgage paid, it says, hey, Steve, let's check how many new people we have on the mail list. Let's check our mail list and make sure that that's growing. Let's make sure that when we create products, that we're not just creating a product that's going to grow the number of subscribers we have in some social channel that's our vanity statistic, but that we have a business mechanism in there that converts people from subscribers into our email list so that if YouTube tells me to take a hike, I still have people who I can do business with. So what are we at? We're at nearly 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. But we're at about 38,000 subscribers on our newsletter. If YouTube tells me to take a hike, I still have 38,000 people that I can talk to about doing business with. That's my insurance policy. That's the thing that if you are starting out your own YouTube channel, you have to think about. You have to come to terms with the fact that if you don't have an insurance policy, if you don't have your own mail list that you're growing, that you are going to be constantly at risk. And hopefully none of us ever need to fall back on that as our only income source. It's not just sitting there dormant, by the way. It's not like a regular insurance, it's not like life insurance where you have to die to pay it off. Oh no, we use our mail list every day and it drives business and it's a big part of what we do. It's a huge part of what we do. But I could make it a bigger part if the other parts of my business went away. That's the lesson. Now, I'd love to hear what you folks think about this. I know that there's a certain, amongst content creators, there's probably a certain reluctance to really dive into the online marketing aspect of getting people lead magnets and opt-ins and all of those sorts of things, which kind of smack a little bit of the seedier side of content creation and online marketing, right? We all don't want to be manipulated and we don't want to be on a mail list where we're going to be spammed and all of those sorts of things. So there's that shadow that's sitting there. But the practical nature of what we do means that I believe we need to do this. So if you're not doing it, what are you doing to ensure your future online should something go south with one of the channels? And it might not be anything you do. As I say, they could just change the rules, as Apple did. So join me today, and let's all thank Apple very much for reminding us just how little we mean to them and reminding us that if we want to be secure and safe in the future, we have to do something ourselves to make sure that we are. That is a great lesson. Thank you, Apple. Would love to hear your thoughts on today's video. Please comment below. If you found today's video to be entertaining, useful, informative, please share it with others that you think might benefit from it. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? I need that subscription to get to 1 million subscribers. So please subscribe and make sure you hit that notification bell as well. That's it. Till next time, I'm Steve Dotto. Have fun storming a castle.